here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, July 10th. I am standing in front of my design wall for the first time in a while because I have a top finished. I started this last Wednesday when I was off for the Independence Day holiday, and I finished it this weekend. Someone donated to Linus 2 complete panels, and each panel was a vest kit for a hot tomato vest. If I can find the photo of what that looked, because I got this years ago. We're talking like maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And they were just going to donate it, and I was like, I bet you I could make a Linus quilt out of that, so that Linus can get something out of it. I thought it would be a challenge, you know. So I took it home and I started fussy cutting some of the vegetables and stuff out of it. And I decided, oh, I shouldn't leave the phrase "I'm a hot tomato" in there because it just didn't seem appropriate for a kid's quilt. Between then and now, I seem to have changed my mind. I thought it was kind of funny. So instead, I combined, I started gathering vegetable fabric after I got these 2 panels to fill it out some, because a lot of the panel was just words and instructions and just stuff I couldn't use. So, so I started collecting, and I got these green tomatoes and red tomatoes, and may have been Oefingen, but somebody gave me some chili peppers. She gave me some, but I don't know if these are the ones she gave me or not. And yeah, so I decided, you know what, this thing has been sitting around in a bunch of pieces. One of the panels still hadn't been cut up. It was still whole, of the kits. But the center of the panel was this. And then this was down at the bottom of the vest, like a sort of border at the bottom of the vest or something. So I just thought, if I intersperse peppers with tomatoes, "I'm a hot tomato" makes perfect sense and isn't any kind of double entendre, you know. So so I went ahead and put it together. I was like, I've had these things for 6 years. It's time to get them out of my stash. So, and I just felt like being creative. You know, I've been working on that one quilt for a really long time, so I wanted to get creative. So here is my hot tomato quilt. This right here is a whole bunch of more pieces from the panels, more tomato fabric, a little bit more pepper fabric. I've got enough to at least make one other Linus size quilt. So the panel included these peas, and I decided that I dug through my fabric and found an off-white that matched perfectly with the white that's in here and with the peas, because that all came from the panel. So that's how I made my final border and put peas in the corner. So the rock fabric, I thought it kind of makes it's kind of a garden-y feel, right? So so I used the rocks. This used almost every tiny bit of that rock fabric because I did not have a lot. That was another donated to Linus fabric. But I thought it went really well with the vegetables. So there you go, the hot tomato quilt. I already have a back for the hot tomato quilt. It's Indian corn. Isn't that perfect? What else is going on? July is my month for the log cabin block swap. I have received a bunch over the last week or so. This one's from Susan. Aren't those pretty, those purples? This is the first one that arrived, I believe, a couple of weeks ago, and this one's from Rainy. Miss Rainey, all Moda grunge dot, which I love. And of course the little kitty doing the little arabesque down in the corner. I have the one from Vicky in here. Let me find that. Here's Vicky. My block from Vicky. Since I'm sending her blocks out, I have all of her blocks, so I got to pick mine. And this is the one I picked. I just love that green butterfly fabric there. It's from Abby. Love that. I love orange. Isn't that adorable? Is from Amber. Our lovely Amber. I can already kind of see how well a lot of these are going to go together. I love the Halloween fabrics in there. I actually have some of this and some of this in my own stash. This is Alia. She and I have been exchanging notes. She was worried about being late. I'm like, it's barely the beginning of the month. Don't worry about it. You got lots of time. We're not even halfway through the month yet. And I've already got most of my blocks, so. Another stunning quilt. I love that swirly purple right there and the scrolly one there. Last but not least was the envelope from Jennifer, which had Vanda's block, which is all red. Pretty, pretty. I love this one. It's almost like, I don't know, almost like fire. And Crystal. And it's so true. You know, some of these folks that I've known for quite a while, you know instantly that it's their block. I'll know when I look at this quilt that this is hers, because it's just because I've seen the quilt she's made. So I know what kind of fabric she uses. This is very fun. I love the daisies. My little bear in the corner. And of course, last but not least, Miss Jennifer. So I got bunnies down in the corner, and I love how she signed it. Jennifer Offenstein, in parentheses, BFF. Like she has to remind me. There's no way I would ever forget that. Yeah, you know, I'm really excited to put all this together. I think I've got almost everything. I can't think of someone I'm missing yet. I think I've got all my blocks. I'll have to go back and double check, but I think I've already got them all. My project for this week, should I attempt it, I got this. This hat is totally like foldable, crushable. I got it at Dollar Tree. I was going to attempt to modify this into a visor, a lightweight visor, so that I could wear my hair up later in the day when it gets hot, put it in a bun or something. So this is obviously, the bow is obviously going to come off, and I think it's just, oh no, it looks like it might actually be stitched on, I'm not sure, but that'll come off. I figure it's $1. It's nice and lightweight. I don't want to just have a hat sitting on my head, but if I cut it, I figure if I cut it basically from all the way down here, and then I cut it kind of right halfway up, I can make a really good visor if I just cover with some homemade binding, cover the edges, and then I'll have like a little tie back here. So we will see. That's if I have the energy to deal with that at any point during this week for this Saturday. Rather than just mash my hair up in a ball cap, which is what I usually do. So we shall see. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But I've already looked at a lot of tutorials online. I think it's totally doable. Yeah, so that's my challenge for the week. This was my challenge for last week, and the hat is my challenge for this week. What's your challenge for this week? What's your crafty challenge you have going on? I look forward to watching your videos. And I hope you have a crafty week, and I will see you next week. Bye!